I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting for someone like you. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's something you do.
Hello friends, and thank you for coming back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what I plan to read in April. And this, again, like I said last month, is a tentative list because, and I never thought I would say this, but I have more book options than I have time to read in. So I got Kindle Unlimited for a month free. I've got Scribd for a month free, and I obviously want to utilize those while I have the option, but I do have some physical books that I'm hoping to read on top of all that. But with homeschooling and writing my own book and trying to work out and obviously still spend some time with my family, I don't know if I can do it all. But let's talk about the books that I'm hoping to get to in the month of April. Also, side note, listen, I know I've talked about my bookshelf a million times, but they discontinued this one back here, and I don't want to have mismatching bookshelves. So I'm waiting on my other big, my tall black bookshelf to arrive in the mail. But things are going a little bit slower now, and I promise I will be doing a bookshelf organization / tour as soon as I get it, because there's no point in setting up that new one before I get the matching one, you know, like just to redo it. But it should be here in the next couple of days. That's what they said. That's what they promised. Who knows? So it is coming. Please don't judge me by my bookshelves, okay? I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so there is one reading challenge that I'm doing in April, and that is the Stay in Place readathon or Stay at Home readathon or something. I'll put the photo somewhere up on the screen. And yeah, so I haven't 100% decided what I'm reading for those yet. Well, I have one, but it's not until the 16th, so I might get to some of these beforehand. I don't know. First book I am trying to read this month is the Outlander by Deanna Gabaldon. This book is actually one of the first I ever put on my Goodreads TBR when I signed up for Goodreads years ago. I want to say I've had a Goodreads for like 5 years now, maybe. And then I read the reviews and I was like, okay, well maybe I don't really want to read it. I don't know. But there's a show on Stars now about it, and apparently it is amazing, and my husband really wants to watch it. So I told him, please let me read this first and then we'll watch it. Okay, so this one I am trying to read this month. It is very large and very small print. And this one is, so it starts out in the year 1945, but then she is time traveling to other places on accident. So it's interesting, and it does hint at infidelity, perhaps because she meets another man while she's in this different time frame. And I don't know, it sounds really good, and I love historical fiction, so that is my historical fiction pick for the month, and hopefully I can read this one first. I have started it. I'm 9 pages in. I literally started it while I was cooking dinner last night, because it is April 5th while I read this, so it's still an April read. Up next, I actually have 2 books, and that is Brandon Sanderson. I have started this one last year, but I think I'm going to reread the entire thing because I just think I need a refresher, you know, on that. So I think I'll probably read this, but I also want to read Way of Kings. I thought I had read the first book in the Way of Kings, or the Stormlight Archive book series, but I haven't. I was starting a different series of his. I don't know, there's so many of them. But I do love Brandon Sanderson, and I really want some high fantasy, and so these 2, for sure I'm reading this one. This one I might read, I don't know, they're really big. But we'll see. Definitely going to pick up a Brandon Sanderson. If you have read these and you have a preference, let me know what that preference is. All right, and this is also fantasy, I think, but this is, sorry, I'm holding my second book. I don't have enough. All right, this is also fantasy. It's called Wires and Nerves. It is not a spin-off, it's part of the Lunar Chronicles series, which you can tell I love. I just got these last month. The special edition of the Lunar Chronicles, and I love them, okay? I love them. So why not continue the series with a graphic novel? I've had this on my shelf for a long time, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up, because I love this series. I love the characters. I need more of them in my life, so why not read some new material? So I will be getting to this, and it's a graphic novel, so this one won't be hard at all to finish. And then I also hope to pick up The Perfect Stranger by Megan Miranda, and this one is about two girls who meet and they become friends, and then all of a sudden one of them disappears, and so when the other friend goes to talk to the police, they're like, we have no record of this human being at all, like, what are you talking about? So I think this one will be interesting. And I do know part of the readathon that I am reading this month, one of the prompts is read a book with a house on it. As you can see, this fits the bill for that. And I also, it is a thriller slash mystery, and I want to read a little bit from all different genres to kind of keep things exciting. So that will be my mystery. Brandon Sanderson and Marissa Meyer, we're going to be fantasy, and then the first book is historical fiction. I do have on here, I'm reading a book that is from the Kindle Unlimited, and oh my gosh, I'm flying through this book. Well, it feels like it, 36% of the way through, but it's called The Overdue Life of Amy Byler, and I'll have to put the author on the screen. I can't pull it up while I've got the book up. Yeah, I'm reading it on my Kindle. I think it's called The Oasis. At night, I love laying in bed and reading this, and this book is about a lady who, her husband left 3 years prior, and he left her and their two children, who were 9 and 6 at the time, and now, no, 9 and 12 at the time, and now they're 12 and 15. And of course there's a lot of amnesty and stuff, but then one day when she's grocery shopping, she runs into her ex-husband, or sort of ex-husband, because she never filed for divorce. He just went to a different country. He comes back and he's like, please give me another chance with the kids. She doesn't know, Amy doesn't know if it means like as a whole family. Does he want her back too? He's like, let me have a week with the kids if they'll allow it, and they did. But it's only because he's filthy rich now. Like in Hong Kong, he was doing like crazy business deals, and now he's got lots of money. The mom, Amy, she decides to book a trip to New York. She's a librarian. And so she is going up there for like a continuing education thing. It's just like a bunch of keynote speakers. That's where I'm at now. It's all in the synopsis too though. So I'm assuming she meets someone, I don't know, but the point is that it's a contemporary, and it is so cute so far, and like I'm just laughing. She's hilarious. Her daughter though is a bit of a brat, and that's putting it nicely. She's a freaking brat. I don't like her. She needs to piss off. But anyways, I am loving this book, and it's really just making reading so much fun. Of course I love fantasy and stuff, but sometimes a nice lighthearted contemporary is what you need. So that is fulfilling my heart right now. And currently on Audible, I am listening to Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. That is her newest fantasy. It is adult, and it's urban fantasy, and yeah, it's I'm gonna leave the Goodreads maybe in the description, because I went into it not knowing what it was about, okay? And it's an okay book. Anyways, I'll leave that for my wrap up for April, because anyways, I am listening to that. I have about 12 hours left on that on Audible. And then next on Audible, I'm going to be listening to Bringing Down the Duke. I saw Reagan over at Peruse Project, read it, loved it, and that's made me want to kind of pick up something lighter, because I saw how much joy it brought her, and I realized I haven't read anything like that in a long time. But the nice thing about Bringing Down the Duke is it is, she called it historical fiction rom-com. So it ties in historical fiction and like sort of a lighthearted romantic comedy, and she said it was funny and it looks so cute, so I went and got it on Audible. And I would love to listen to that this month too. So even though we're all in quarantine / isolation, whatever, you're not, like, we're spending 90% of our life at our house right now besides like walking or whatever. I have surprisingly not had a lot of time to read. First off, I have been putting myself in timeout away from my phone, because when I scroll too much on my phone, sometimes I get very stressed out or anxious about things that are happening in the world. There's also things locally on Guam that are happening that really get me worked up. So I'm trying to step away from my phone more and read more. And sometimes that's just easier said than done. Like, we are truly addicted to our phones, I think, especially me. So not only that, but like with homeschooling and all that other stuff, like I said, it's not that easy to find time to read, but I'm gonna make it a priority, and less phone time, more reading time. But anyways, so it's my tangent, I guess. It is a lot of books. Let's see what I get done. And if you guys are trying to read more too, let me know. Let me know if there's a book you are looking forward to reading this month. And also in the comments, please tell me if you've read any of these, or if you love any of them, hate them, whatever. Let's just talk and, you know, get to know each other more while we're stuck behind a screen. Okay, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.
The clock says 3, but the night's brand new. Let's set it to 2.